and hurried along the final bit of grassy drive to where they were standing. "You heard it too," Gwen, the younger daughter, said, turning to greet Lane. "The dogs have gone mad." "I thought it came from here," Lane said. She too gazed in the direction of the hill above the orchard where they had been looking. "Good of you to come," Gladys said, glancing at her. "All tip-top here. It came from up there somewhere." She pointed to where the thickly treed mountainside climbed steeply above Kings Cove. "I thought it might be those sons of whatever they are, those Freedomites blowing things up again, but there's nothing up there to blow up. It's just bush. Do you think some hound is blasting up there looking for silver? That would be the bloody limit." "Language, Mother," Mabel said, then pointed up the hill. "Is that smoke?" The dogs took up their chorus again. "It is, I think," Lane confirmed. "I wonder if anyone is up there and been hurt." "If whatever it is sets the forest alight, we're all for it," Gladys said grimly. Kings Cove had lived through the fire of 1919, which had destroyed several houses and most of the orchards in the north part of the settlement. "We'd best telephone the authorities." She started back to the house. "How far up do you think that is?" asked Lane. Gwen considered. "It's hard to tell from here. We sometimes hike up that way with the dogs. It's a good 40 minutes to where we go, but that smoke is much farther still. There's a rocky outcrop with a marvellous view of this arm of the lake and the mountains. There's not really a proper trail there, though." "Higher up than 40 minutes?" Lane was becoming more uneasy. The smoke was rising blackly above the thick blanket of trees and was rolling over on itself. "I think I'd better go up and make sure there's nobody there." "Mother can do the phoning. We'll come with you. Let me run and get my first aid kit," Mabel said. "I know the way. I still keep the kit in good nick since the war, though it won't do much if someone is badly burned." Lane waited impatiently, keeping an eye on whether the smoke patch was getting larger. Finally, Gwen and Mabel came, Gwen carrying a thermos and Mabel a shoulder bag. "The damn water is patchy again," said Mabel. "All I got was a blast of air when I turned on the tap. That's why it took so long. It's been a bit dodgy for ages, but it's just got really bad. I've got to get Harris to go check the lines. There must be a hole or air pockets in the pipe somewhere. Right, off we go." With that, Mabel strode off, leading the way, the dogs bounding around her, excited about the adventure. The jewellery heist must have been so noisy that Darling could scarcely believe the thief was even sane. He stood in front of Harold's fine jewellery and watch repairs, looking through the window into the chaos inside. No one had spotted anything amiss that morning when they were rushing off to work or shop. It was the ill fate of Mrs. Harold, the jeweller's wife, to find the devastation when she'd come in to work at 10:30 in the morning. The streets were full of people toing and froing, and the cafe was right across the street, all the window seats occupied by people having their morning break. Seeing the police and a clearly distraught Mrs. Harold had caused all those in window seats to gape out at the scene. It would happen on a Friday, Darling thought. It would keep them all busy all weekend. The store normally opened at 11. Mrs. Harold always came in early, she explained. "Why did the thief have to break the place up like this?" she asked Darling. "It's wicked. Ron is away in Vancouver. He's going to be beside himself when I tell him. How am I going to cope on my own?" She made as if to go back in. She had evidently taken one look at the mess and run off to get the police. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Harold, you can't go in now. We're about to go in and see what we can find." "Ron's going to be sick. It's everything we own." A voice was beginning to rise. "I understand. I've got a constable coming along to talk with you. He can take you back to the station and get you a cup of tea. Please tell him anything you can about your inventory. Where do you keep the records? I'll get them out so you can give an accurate account, but let him know if there is anything unusual or of extraordinary."